to Friday Night Wine. We have a question.
Where you whine and we drink wine.
Sounds like a good deal to me. Okay, this question is from Debbie this week, and she writes, when a puppy is in the crate overnight, do I respond to each cry? Or do I expect it's just trying to get my attention, that's the puppy, and should I ignore it? Fantastic question, actually.
Great question.
Really good question.
So firstly, Debbie, awesome job realizing that you're going to be right there with your dog. When he's a baby and has just come home, he's been separated from his litter, from his mom. He's used to sleeping with a lot of other puppies around him, so he's going to need you.
And he's all by himself.
I know, it's so sad. But just for a couple of weeks, to make that transition. So he will need to be in your room in a crate where you can hear him and respond if you need to. Later, you could transition to having him downstairs, maybe use a baby monitor or something like that if he's not making it through the night at that point.
Or if you don't care, he could just stay in your bedroom all the time like my dogs do.
Absolutely.
Yours do too, right?
Yes, they do. They have their own little dog beds. And
that's the way it is.
yeah.
Also, when you first bring a baby home and they start crying, first of all, you're like, who let me out of the hospital with this thing? I don't know what I'm doing. It can feel the same way with a puppy. And that cry, you don't know what it means. It's like, are you hungry? Are you tired? Do you have a dirty bum? Like, could somebody please tell me? And it's pretty much the same with the puppy. When they start whining in the middle of the night, do they need the bathroom? Are they sad because they miss their mama? Or do they just want some of your attention, some of your love? And the bad news is, it just is a time thing. It's just going to take you a little while. Because your kids now, I'm sure you know when they're crying exactly what they're crying about. And you will know exactly what your dog's crying about in a couple of months. But the first few months, it's going to take a little while for you to figure that out.
But then you'll know. And we can tell the difference if our dogs are barking because there's an animal outside.
Totally.
Or maybe a man is approaching the house. They sound different. The same thing with your puppy. But at first, you're going to have to respond and kind of give him the benefit of the doubt, because if he does need to go to the bathroom, the last thing you want to have happen is that he has an accident in his crate. That's
a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare to try and train out of that. So, if he starts whining, you can try to settle him down first. Just put your hand on the crate and pat it and be really, really quiet. And if he settles down, great, everyone's off to sleep again. But if he kind of wakes up again and cries again, or he never settles down,
You gotta take him out.
you gotta take him out.
You got to. And be boring. When you go out in the middle of the night, it is not party time for a puppy, because they soon figure out that if 2 o'clock is the time where they get you up and you play ball with them in the yard, guess what's happening every 2 o'clock? Party time! Exactly, so be boring, go out, literally be a treat. Just hold the leash, let them go to the bathroom, come back in. It's no big whoop at night, otherwise you're going to be in a big fat hole. Oh, and cut off the water. We didn't talk about that.
Absolutely. If they're drinking a lot, they're gonna have to pee a lot.
That's what happens to me in the middle of Saturday morning.
Make sure that you cut off the water early enough at night, definitely by 7 o'clock.
Absolutely. Otherwise, you'll both be up all evening. That was a great question, Debbie. Keep them coming. Send the questions into questions@thefamilydog.tv, and we shall drink away your problems for you. Easily done.